Well, hello everyone, and thank you for joining me on another segment of Let's Talk Strategies with Danette Moss. And joining me today is Terry Sullivan, owner and small biz strategist, like myself. We're both strategists of TMS Consultant. Terry, thank you for joining me again here on this segment.
It's been such a pleasure to hold conversations.
Well, we are at week 6. We have embarked on a wonderful series, and that series is called The Art of Growing Your Business. And I've managed to have Terry join me all of these weeks, and we're down to the wire. And we started last week in what I consider an acronym series.
hmm
We're back today with another acronym. Can you
hmm
explain to our viewers what that acronym is?
hmm The acronym is SW cubed /N. And what that refers to is some will, some won't. So what? Next.
So now, since our topic and the name of my show is Let's Talk Strategies, let's get down to business. Let's talk some strategies on an acronym.
Well, the first part of that is some will.
Okay.
If you have properly done your market research, then the obvious is some of the people you contact should need you.
Okay. Okay. That
That
makes
ought to be
sense.
a baseline.
Hmm.
And even from the time that you were very little, you knew some people would help you.
Okay.
Okay. You knew some people would like you. There's always some people will
Not.
not.
That's right.
Okay. When we look at some will not, I'm going to take you back to being a child.
Okay.
All right. If you're not driving, okay, then I'd like you all to close your eyes for just a moment.
Okay.
And I want you to remember back somewhere between ages 4 and 7, where you were not chosen, you were left behind, you were upset,
Hmm.
and some adult was trying to console you.
Okay.
Typically, what they would do is put their arm around your shoulder and they'd say, Danette, calm down, stop crying, honey. Because after all, you're just going to have to understand. Some people will like you and some people won't, and that's just the way it
Yes,
is.
it is. Yes, it is.
And I have, in audiences large and small, for many years, when I bring up this conversation, have people in the audience go, I remember exactly when that happened to me.
Yes.
Didn't get picked for the baseball team, or my older brother and sister got to go with my mom and dad, and I had to stay with a sitter, and I couldn't participate.
Hmm.
And that's a conversation I've had.
So then, Terry, why is it so important? Why is some won't important? Why did you include that in that equation or formula,
Well,
if you
first of
will?
all, I want to get everybody off of autopilot.
Okay.
I promise you, every Monday sales meeting, somebody on that team is saying to their boss, but boss, some people will buy from us and some won't. That's just the way it
Okay.
is.
Okay.
And you're hoping they're going to take your excuse.
That is, because it is an
Yeah, it's
excuse.
an excuse. So the second part of some won't deals with your marketing. Are you actually in front of somebody who really needs you?
Okay.
Or did you force that appointment?
Force the appointment.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Did you honestly do your homework? Are you honestly well prepared? Are you sure that your product or your service addresses needs that they have?
Okay.
Or did you just tell them they needed you without doing that analysis?
Yeah, because if you told them that they needed you and you didn't do the analysis, how can you tell them
Mhm.
where you're best set for them? How you can better
Exactly.
serve them? Wow,
Exactly.
this is a good one here. Okay.
So when we're looking at some will and some won't, that's an obvious. It happens in all aspects of our life.
Okay.
Okay. Some people will like the movie, some people won't. Some people like the Italian food, some people won't. I mean,
Mhm.
I don't care what the subject matter is, you have some will, some won't.
Okay.
Here's the critical change of mindset, though, and the whole reason for including this topic is in the so what.
Hmm.
I am here to tell you today, and I want you to understand it from this moment forward, that it is upsetting, it's frustrating, it's aggravating, it's angering, it is disappointing to be rejected.
Yes, it is. It's an uncomfortable feeling. Very
Without a doubt,
uncomfortable.
even the best of us walk out feeling defeated on occasion. But oftentimes it's because we were in the wrong place at the wrong time with the wrong product and
Okay.
we weren't prepared. We hadn't done what we should to determine that that time, that place, and that set of support systems were appropriate to the audience.
Okay.
So it comes back to our own accountability.
Yeah, and we end up with those results. Those not so friendly
Because
results.
we didn't do what we should. But the other aspect of it is sometimes we are in the right place at the right time with the right product, and we still don't get the results that we're looking for.
Okay.
So let me just ask you this. Why would you allow someone who's known you for less than an hour of your life shake your opinion about who you are and the value of who you are and what you bring?
I tell you, that's a wonderful question to ask. And I'm hoping that our viewers are actually, listening to that. And ask yourself that. Why would you?
That's right.
Why would you allow someone to do that?
Why, if you've properly prepared and you have done your best and you've done all the things in our little checklist of the to-dos,
Okay.
why are they suddenly smarter than you? Why are you smaller than them? Why are you less capable than them? Why are you feeling worse than them? Why do you walk out feeling disempowered? Rather than walking out going, they don't know what they've missed.
That's right. That's
Okay?
right.
So I do recommend to everyone that I do personal coaching with, and I do make a conversation in my training, in my classes, that when you get to some will, some won't, so what,
Okay.
take a few minutes to release the feeling.
Okay.
Okay? It's not going to disappear on its own. And you don't want to carry that energy of feeling smaller, less adequate, less well-equipped, less successful into another conversation.
Okay. Well, that's true. You definitely want to take that, because then that conversation, it doesn't work out well. That
No.
next sales meeting, that next
That's exactly it.
presentation, whatever it is that you're trying to deliver. So then now, Terry, what's next then?
Well, and that's the word next. Because after you release that energy, now you've got to say, next. Okay?
Just that simple.
Just that simple. Next. Now, you might recall from one of our earlier conversations, one of our earlier interviews, where we talked about the win-win process.
Yes, I remember that.
And win-win stands for what's important now,
Okay.
what's important next. So when you're walking out and away from that conversation and you've got to let off the steam, okay, the opportunity then is to say, okay, what's important right now? What can I do right now? One of the things while you're in the so what stage, what do I do right now? So it could be that you get up and take an early lunch.
Okay.
It could be that you walk around the building and get fresh air. It could be that you call your best friend and or coach and say, I want to scream.
I'll be calling my coach. I'll be calling her.
And that's what you need to do now.
Okay.
Okay? You need to release that energy. And then you can say to yourself, once you have, what do I need to do next?
Okay.
And get yourself back into action, moving your day forward, moving your ambitions forward, moving your schedule plan of activities forward.
Okay.
However, what that next set of steps should be. When you began your day, you had some agenda for your day. So
that's right.
You've got a next on that conversation. Now, the other aspect about next that's very important is actually a variation on this theme. I'm somebody who loves to learn from other people, and I wish I could tell you where I first saw it, but I don't recall.
Okay.
And that's called SW to the fourth power. And that stands for some will, some won't. So what? Someone else is waiting.
Yeah, because someone else really is waiting.
That's right. If you have done what you should do, then there should be a next appointment. There should be the next call. There should be the next opportunity to prepare. There should be the next.
Okay.
Because if you're going to be successful, there should be someone else waiting.
Wonderful. So, Terry, I'm so excited that you stopped by again to join us and share this wonderful information here. Now, we're actually in our closing portion here. So before we get to that point of closure, I'd like for you to tell our viewers, since we're here streaming live on Ustream, in closing, how do you think, what can we really truly take with this small amount of time that you just shared this with us? It's 15 minutes here on this. How did you use this process for your business?
Well, first and foremost, I have it printed out.
Okay.
We will be posting it to the website, so you'll have opportunity to download it and create your own little poster.
Okay.
And when you get in a stuck place,
Okay.
it's great to turn around, look over your printer, and go, oh, yeah, right. So what? Next. Next phone call, next activity,
Okay.
next who's waiting. You know, someone else is waiting. Do you know who that next phone call should be to? Next appointment should be to, and so
Okay.
forth.
So then now, I'd love for you to share with our viewers how they can find you, where you're located out there on the internet, phone numbers, and so forth.
Mm-hmm. Terry M. Sullivan is where TMS comes from. So
Okay.
TMS for success.biz is the website where I provide support systems to small business owners, both from a consulting side and a legal side. So TMS for success.biz is a really valuable website to visit. You can also reach me at tmsforsuccess@gmail.com.
Okay.
And we're uh, frequently faced with making changes and doing upgrades. So I'm trusting that by the time our series concludes next week, that TMS for Success is also going to be back up and operating as a website focusing on the activities and the support systems that I bring to small business.
Well, I'm sure that that will be put in place, and you guys make sure that you stop by and visit Terry over at those locations. And for those of you that are new to our live stream here in Let's Talk Strategies, I am Danette Moss, your host of Let's Talk Strategies. And again, joining me is the wonderful Terry Sullivan of TMS Consulting. Now, I can be found over at DanetteMoss.com or Let's Talk Strategies, because again, that's who I am. My whole goal is to strategize, to teach business owners, small to mid-sized
Mm-hmm.
business owners, how to best strategize. I also help put systems in place for people.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't know a system, I can find a system. So I am the one for you to come to just for that.
Mm-hmm.
And I do like to thank you guys for joining us here on another segment of Let's Talk Strategies, and excited about our live stream here, our new stream channel here on Ustream. And again, that's Let's Talk Strategies with Danette Moss. I chose to keep it that way for branding purposes. And we're looking forward to you all joining us next week and every week at 11:30 a.m. and that's Eastern, and that's every Tuesday. And we have Terry for another week. So look out, stay tuned for next week's show. Thank you once again. Have a wonderful, productive day.